Hello everyone, my name is Zelda Kelly. I'm with Psychic Secrets, and these are my tips for you to become a tarot card reader or cartomancy reader. I have been reading the regular playing cards and the tarot deck for 47 years. These tips will help you. Believe me, they will help you. The one that I want to tell you is, first and foremost, make sure that you become familiar with your card deck. When you get a card deck, whether it is a regular playing cards or if it is the tarot deck, don't share them. Don't share them with other people. Don't let others handle them. Don't anything like that. Don't let that happen. Why? Because you'll put the energy to someone else on them. And you don't want that. It's all about your energy. When you get a new deck of cards, shuffle them, work with them, be with them. No, sometimes I've even put them under my pillow, and it sounds a little crazy, but get that energy going that you need. And that's the first and foremost thing that you need to do, is get familiar with your cards before you even start reading. And keep shuffling, because a new deck, and especially, well, both tarot and a cartomancy deck, they'll come just by suit and by number. So you really have to make sure that there's a good mix of the cards before you really start to read with them. And when you do readings for the first time, easy does it. Don't try to put out a great big spread and interpret it this way or that way. That's why you want to be familiar with your cards. Lay out 3 to 5 cards only, 7 tops, and you'll start seeing how they all fall together. And especially the playing cards, you can put them together and know how they work with each other. The other thing is, be familiar with the numbers on your cards. With the playing cards, you see the numbers there. Each mean a particular thing. There's 2 separate ways to read a playing card deck, and that is first by number, secondly by suit, then putting them together. Each suit means an element. Each number means something within that element. And you know, the tarot deck came from the playing cards. So when you're using the tarot deck with the playing cards, they're not really the same, but there's some meanings that correlate with each other. As an example, the death card in a tarot deck is actually the 10 of spades, the way I read in the playing cards. Now, there are certain types of ways to read the cartomancy deck. There's an Anglo-Saxon way, there's a French way, then there's an American way. I invite you to make it your way. That's right, make it your way. Know that there's meanings that correlate with each other, that work with each other, and just know that you will start picking up. The cards will allow you to know what the meanings are for you. Some of the meanings of the playing cards are really my own particular way of reading. I will have those meanings available one day that you can actually receive those, purchase those, and you can start reading in the way that I'm reading. But for now, know that each card has its own meaning. Lay them out, learn the meanings, and you know what? If you have to write the meaning on your deck, that's okay. What's wrong with that? I mean, after all, the tarot has meanings, right? You see that? That's the Hermit card. They have meanings, so why not write? You can write there on your cartomancy deck. It's fine. The other thing is to make sure that you understand that there's numerology that really comes into play for many of the cartomancy readings. Adding the numbers can be timing. Aces are timing cards, just in the cartomancy as well as in tarot. So just know that there's some similarity, but yet there's some that, well, only has meaning particularly because there are 54 cards with 2 jokers. I read with both jokers. The one thing too, if you want to read like I do not read reverse. Now, some readers will actually put a little pen mark on a dot here, or you can see if you're reading reverse, this does look upside down, and we turn it up here, and most of the spades, the majority of these spades, are facing right side up. I don't read reverse, nor in tarot, nor in cartomancy. The reason being is because, well, don't we know things are upset enough? Don't we know things are bothersome enough? And if they're real bothersome, they're going to come out definitely in the cards, and they're going to let you know what's going on. That's how I read things, because see, to me, if a reading gets too negative, your client will, or the person you're reading for, or even yourself, will become so focused on what's not going right that you'll forget about what is going right in the reading. So focus on the positive, because having a psychic reading is so you can make sure that you understand that this is guidance and direction. It's not slated in stone. People change their minds. Like, say for instance, if I gave you a reading 4 months ago and you call me and you say, Zelda, but you said that this person was going to do this and this and this, and they didn't. It's called free will. I read for what I see at that particular time. And that's why I don't read for a large amount of time ahead, because there is so much free will. And especially now in this world that we live in, people change their minds often. The other thing now I want you to know is change up your decks. There are different decks. You must rest the deck. That's for sure. I have probably 17 different decks, and that is conservative, that I switch between and read on a daily basis. And it's because when you read too much with one particular deck, well, decks get tired just like we do. They get tired. The energy disperses. So that is another tip for you. The other thing in the tarot cards, I want to invite you to start with a Rider-Waite, universal Rider-Waite, whatever deck. Because if you go with another deck, now this is a celestial deck, a celestial meaning card, but look at the difference. There's the Hermit card right there. Now, if you don't know the meanings or the symbolization of the tarot, you might miss that if that was your first deck. But look at this. There are so many symbols. There's so much going on in this particular card. This is the Five of Pentacles. That it's more than feeling left alone, left out, falling apart. There's more to this card than meets the eye. Go in, find out, because I'm going to tell you, if you are really in-depth tarot reader, tarot cards actually have musical notes assigned to them. Isn't that funny? There's elements assigned, musical notes assigned. There's all types of different things assigned to them. Now, do you need that in a reading? I don't know. It's up to you sometimes. Maybe not, maybe not. But there are different things, different symbolizations in these cards that you need to know. And that's what will set you apart from other card readers. The first and foremost thing before I leave you, to know in a card reading, when you read for someone and they have visited other psychics before they get to you, that particular psychic reading will be first and foremost in their mind. Why? Because they're going to want to know if you're going to pick up the same thing. You're going to pick up their thought process. Maybe not necessarily what is happening, but you're going to pick up the thought process. So be cautious about that. And sometimes you can tell that on a card. Sometimes you just have to say, did you visit another reader before you came to me? Now, it's okay that people do that, but people psychic hop. And you've got to be prepared to know that you may pick up. So if one psychic tells you, yeah, this is going to happen, and then you have a person that contacts you immediately after that reading, that past and former reading will still be first and foremost in that person's mind, and you're going to be picking that up, my darling. So be careful and be cautious of that. And I hope that these tips will help you in becoming a very good and seasoned reader. And most of all, you have to practice. Even if you sit by yourself and you look at the meanings, it takes research and it takes practice. I've been reading, like I said, for 47 years, and every day I learn something new. And that's what it's all about. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, come on over, visit me. I'm at psychicsecrets.com. You can see right here on the screen. Visit the website. I'm at extension 11. Come on over and read my bio. I'd love to have you see me. And we can have a call if you'd like to. Or you can find me on social media as Psychic Zelda Kelly. Either one, you're going to see me here. And I am glad to bring this to you. So please like or share or let me know what you think in the comments. And I appreciate you so much being here. I hope this has helped you. And I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.